Have you ever found yourself wide awake at 2 in the morning, staring at the ceiling while the whole world seems to be asleep? You look at the clock, sigh, maybe toss and turn a bit, hoping sleep will come back, but it doesn't. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Waking up in the middle of the night, especially around that 2 or 3 a.m. window, is something many people over 60 experience. It's more common than you might think. And no, it doesn't mean there's something wrong with you, but it does mean your body and mind might be trying to tell you something. You see, sleep changes as we age. It's not just about getting older. There are medical, emotional, and lifestyle reasons behind this pattern. And when we start to understand those reasons, we can do something about them. Because believe it or not, waking up in the middle of the night doesn't have to become your new normal. There are ways to soothe your mind, support your body, and bring that deep, restful sleep back into your life. So let's talk about what's really going on when your eyes pop open at 2 a.m. and your brain suddenly starts replaying every conversation you've ever had. The first and perhaps most common reason is the natural change in your internal body clock, what doctors call your circadian rhythm. As we age, our bodies start producing less melatonin, the hormone that helps us sleep deeply and stay asleep. You might notice that you feel sleepy earlier in the evening now than you did in your 40s or 50s, and you probably wake up earlier too. That's all connected. But here's the catch. Even though you're going to bed earlier, it doesn't mean your sleep is as deep or as long-lasting. Instead of getting one solid block of rest, your sleep might come in lighter, shorter waves. So by the time 2 or 3 a.m. rolls around, your body might think, hey, I've rested enough, even when you haven't. That internal confusion can leave you feeling groggy and out of sorts the next day, even if you technically slept for 6 hours. Another factor that might be playing a role? Your bladder. Let's be honest. Frequent bathroom trips during the night are something many seniors deal with, whether it's due to medications, prostate changes, or just the way our kidneys start behaving after 60. That 2 a.m. wake-up call might actually be your body asking for a quick trip to the loo. Now, while the bathroom break itself might only take a few minutes getting back to sleep afterward, that's where the challenge begins. Your mind starts racing. You start thinking about the bills, your children, your health, or that friend you haven't heard from in a while. Sometimes it's the silence of the night that makes those thoughts louder. That brings us to the emotional side of this pattern, because often it's not just your body keeping you up. It's your heart. It's your worries. It's the grief you've carried quietly. It's the loneliness that sometimes creeps in, even when you're surrounded by people during the day. Many seniors experience subtle, unspoken emotional changes. Maybe you're retired and miss the structure of work. Maybe your house is quieter now. Maybe a partner or a dear friend is no longer around. These emotional undercurrents can affect sleep more than we realize. And 2 a.m. is when those feelings seem to echo the loudest. One woman told me she often woke up in the night and would sit by the window just listening. She said it wasn't just the insomnia, it was a kind of quiet sadness she couldn't shake, and it would come like clockwork in the early hours. For her, sleep wasn't just a physical issue, it was emotional too, and acknowledging that helped her start making gentle changes in her life. Little by little, her sleep improved. Now let's not forget medications. After 60, many people are prescribed drugs for blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, or other chronic conditions. Some of these medications have side effects that include disrupted sleep, restlessness, or increased nighttime urination. Even something as simple as a painkiller taken late at night can affect how your body enters and stays in deep sleep. But the good news is, you're not powerless. By understanding your body's signals and working with your doctor, you can make small tweaks that bring real relief. Sleep isn't just about resting your body, it's about healing, physically, emotionally, mentally. And when that healing gets interrupted night after night, it can slowly wear you down. That's why it's so important to talk about it, without shame or guilt. It's not weakness, it's not just part of getting old. It's your body asking for balance. And balance is absolutely within reach. You don't have to live with constant 2 a.m. awakenings. You deserve deep, uninterrupted sleep, the kind that leaves you feeling refreshed in the morning, not exhausted. And while aging changes many things, it doesn't mean good sleep has to become a memory. let's talk about what you can start doing right now to make nights easier and mornings brighter. One of the first things you can try is looking at your evening routine. It might sound too simple, but the habits you build in the hours before bedtime can either help you sleep like a baby or leave you tossing and turning. For example, are you watching the news right before bed, scrolling through your phone? These things might seem harmless, but they can actually trigger stress, anxiety, or overstimulation, especially in a mind that's already carrying a lot. That bright blue light from screens, it tells your brain it's time to wake up, not wind down. Instead, consider creating a gentle nighttime ritual. Think of it like tucking your mind in, the same way you used to tuck in your children. Maybe you light a small candle, read something light or spiritual, or play soft instrumental music. Even taking a few deep breaths, slowly and mindfully, can send a message to your brain that it's okay to let go. You've done enough for the day. You deserve peace tonight. Another big factor that often goes unnoticed is blood sugar. Yes, blood sugar. If you go to bed without eating enough, or if your dinner was too early, you might experience a drop in blood sugar during the night. Your body senses this as a threat and wakes you up to fix it. That's why some people feel anxious or even shaky when they wake up at 2 a.m. If this sounds like you, a small bedtime snack might help. Nothing heavy, just something with protein and a bit of healthy fat. A spoonful of peanut butter on a slice of apple, a piece of cheese with a few whole grain crackers. Little things that help your body feel safe and nourished as you sleep. Now let's talk about a powerful but often overlooked piece of the puzzle. Unspoken grief and emotional unrest. Many people over 60 carry deep experiences, some joyful, some painful. And while you might not be thinking about them all the time during the day, they sometimes rise up at night. Memories of people you've lost, worries about your health, even regrets or what-ifs from the past. These feelings are real, and they don't just live in the mind, they live in the body too. If your heart is holding something heavy, it will almost always show up in your sleep. This is why talking to someone, whether it's a trusted friend, a counselor, or even a journal, can help more than you might expect. Letting your feelings out before bed can quiet the emotional noise that tends to echo loudly when the world is still. You don't need to have all the answers. Sometimes just saying, "I miss them," or "I'm afraid," can start to ease the weight. You deserve rest, not just for your body, but for your heart. Now let's shift to the role of physical movement in your day. Believe it or not, how much or how little you move affects your sleep quality more than you'd think. Our bodies are designed to move. And when we don't move enough during the day, especially after retirement, our sleep can become restless. You might not feel physically tired at bedtime, even if you feel mentally exhausted. That mismatch leads to light sleep and, yes, those 2 a.m. wake-up calls. The key isn't to exhaust yourself with workouts. It's about gentle, steady movement, a walk in the garden, stretching your arms and legs while listening to music, watering your plants, dusting your shelves, sweeping your porch. These small acts are more powerful than you might realize. They tell your body, "We've lived today," and that sense of rhythm helps bring deeper rest when night falls. And let's not forget hydration. Many seniors try to avoid drinking too much water in the evening to prevent nighttime bathroom visits, which makes sense. But sometimes we go too far and end up slightly dehydrated. Dehydration can cause dry mouth, restlessness, and even leg cramps during the night. Instead of skipping water altogether, try sipping small amounts throughout the evening and stop about 1 to 2 hours before bed. This helps maintain balance without overloading your bladder at night. There's also a big connection between anxiety and sleep, something that's rarely talked about in older adults. Anxiety isn't just about panicking or feeling nervous all day. For many seniors, it shows up as that racing mind in the dark, the feeling of unease when you're alone with your thoughts. You might not even call it anxiety, but it can still disrupt your peace. If that sounds familiar, there are ways to calm it gently. Try breathing slowly. Count to 4 as you inhale, hold for 4, then exhale slowly for 4. Do this a few times. It tells your nervous system you're safe. Even placing your hand over your heart and saying something reassuring like "I'm okay" can work wonders. This might feel strange at first, But the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Your mind listens when you speak to it with kindness. Sometimes we just need permission to rest. Many seniors carry this feeling that they always need to be on, worrying about others, staying alert, being strong. But you've done enough. You've loved, worked, cared, built, given. You deserve sleep that heals you, body, mind, and soul. One thing that brings comfort to many seniors struggling with restless nights is simply knowing they're not alone. Sometimes waking up at 2 a.m. can feel isolating, like you're the only person in the world wide awake while everyone else sleeps peacefully. But the truth is, countless others are doing the same thing, sitting in the dark, looking out the window, trying to quiet their minds. There's something deeply healing in realizing that this isn't just happening to you. It's not a flaw in your body or a weakness in your spirit. It's part of the journey, and there's no shame in it. In fact, waking up in the middle of the night can even become a moment of reflection, a pause, a gentle reminder to listen to your body with compassion instead of frustration. But that doesn't mean you should accept restless nights forever. You can take steps, small, steady ones, to restore a deeper rhythm to your sleep. One of the most powerful tools. Exposure to natural light during the day. As we age, our internal clock, our circadian rhythm, needs stronger cues to know when it's time to be awake and when it's time to rest. Sitting by a sunny window in the morning, or taking a short walk outdoors in daylight, can actually help your body produce melatonin at the right time in the evening. It's like helping your body remember its natural sleep cycle again. Equally important is reducing long naps during the day. While a quick rest after lunch can be refreshing, long or late naps can confuse your body's rhythm. If you feel very tired in the afternoon, try closing your eyes for no more than 20-30 minutes, or simply resting without sleeping. This keeps your sleep drive strong at night and can reduce those early morning wake-ups. Now, let's talk about the bedtime environment. It's easy to overlook, but the space around you plays a huge role in how deeply you sleep. Is your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet? Or are there blinking lights, noises, or an old mattress that makes your back ache? Even small changes like blackout curtains, a soft white noise machine, or a comfortable pillow can signal to your brain that this is a safe place to fully let go. Some seniors also find comfort in creating a simple phrase they repeat when they wake up in the middle of the night. Something soothing like, "I'm safe and relaxed, sleep will return." Saying it gently with eyes closed can keep your mind from jumping into worry mode. It's not about forcing sleep, it's about welcoming it calmly. And here's something that may surprise you. Sometimes waking up at night isn't a problem to fix, but a message to hear. Maybe your soul is nudging you. Maybe you've been moving too fast or carrying too much without pause. Some people use that quiet time to pray, to reflect, or just to breathe. They stop fighting the wakefulness and instead flow with it gently, like a wave. And strangely enough, when we stop resisting, our bodies often relax and sleep returns more naturally. But what if the waking is caused by something deeper, like depression, unresolved trauma, or chronic anxiety? In those cases, reaching out for professional support can be life-changing. There is no shame in asking for help. Talking to a sleep specialist, a therapist, or even your general doctor can open up new paths to peace. You're not meant to carry everything alone. Healing is possible, even after 60, 70, or 80, and you don't have to wait for a full night of perfect sleep to start feeling better. Even improving 1 or 2 hours of rest can make a huge difference. You might feel more patient, more joyful, more clear-headed. Small steps, like a calming bedtime routine, a cozy environment, or a short morning walk, can build real change over time. So if you've been feeling discouraged or frustrated about waking up at 2 a.m., let me tell you this from the heart. It doesn't have to be this way forever. You are not broken. Your sleep isn't gone. It's simply asking for a little more care, a little more attention, and you're absolutely capable of giving it that. Start where you are. Be gentle with yourself. Try one new habit tonight. And, most importantly, hold on to the belief that deep, nourishing rest is still available to you. Because it is. Your body hasn't forgotten how to sleep. It's just asking for your help to remember. And if this video spoke to you in any way, I'd love to hear about it. Share your experience in the comments, whether it's something that's worked for you, something you're still struggling with, or even just a message to others who might be feeling the same way. We're all in this together. If you found this helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more gentle guidance on living well at any age. You deserve to wake up feeling rested, peaceful, and strong, because every stage of life, including this one, holds its own beauty. Here's to nights filled with calms and mornings filled with light. Sleep well and take care of your beautiful self. If the night has ever opened its arms to you in silence, and you found yourself awake not in fear, but in a quiet remembering, then know this: you are not alone. There is a kind of wisdom that only comes in the still hours, when the world has hushed its noise and your spirit speaks the loudest in its gentleness. Perhaps your 2 a.m. wakefulness is not a problem to fix, but a doorway into yourself. A soft invitation to listen, to grieve what must be grieved, to love what still longs to be loved, to rest not only the body, but the heart. Your breath is your anchor. Your presence, still and sacred, is more powerful than you've been told. Even when the clock ticks on and sleep seems far away, you're already wrapped in the safety of your own being. So let the night be your companion, not your enemy. Let this moment remind you, there is strength in softness, there is healing in the hush, there is peace in simply being here right now exactly as you are. Thank you for sharing your presence, your trust, and your precious time. For walking this gentle path with me, for honoring your body's signals and your soul's whispers. I'm going to be silent now, but I'll stay right here with you. As this soft music continues, let it hold you. Let it carry you gently inward. Think about what your body has told you tonight, what your heart has revealed, and let your breath guide you home. You are safe, you are loved, and you are never walking this journey alone. We breathe the same night air. We carry the same quiet light, and in that, we are always together.